Using technology to tackle wildfires, how drones and AI could help firefighters. And a tearful traffic stop for supermodel Giselle, why she was crying when she was pulled over in Florida. You're watching The Rundown. I'm Michelle Valles in for Robin Winston. When a large wildfire sparks in Southern California, it's all hands on deck to save lives and protect property. But coordinating all the crews, gear, and equipment during an emergency is no easy task. During a robotics convention in San Diego last week, though, NASA researchers showed how using AI technology and drones can really improve response times.
The vision that we have is, let's say, like uncrewed suppression activities in a wildland firefighting setting, but allowing those suppression activities to continue in tricky visibility conditions.
The drones will be digitally operated and will be able to fly in tough weather conditions like dense fog and smoke. Well, the Earth just set a new record, and it's not a good thing. Researchers from UC San Diego say last month measured the most amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere ever.
We've had a reading in the last month of 427. We'll probably get up a ppm or two higher this year. Going up 2 or 3 parts per million a year. It often goes up faster in some years than others.
So what does this mean? Well, scientists say higher carbon dioxide levels can lead to higher global temperatures. Carbon dioxide numbers typically peak in May, so researchers at UC San Diego expect to set another record next month. Let's get a check of the forecast with meteorologist Belen de Leon.
Hi, everyone. Well, here we are, the last week of April and transitioning into May, and we're going to have some warm weather. Now, watch out for some gusty winds in the mountains and deserts. That's where a wind advisory is in place until Tuesday, and we may see some gusts up to 50 miles per hour. A little different at the coast. This is where you're going to have the marine layer, but it's going to clear up quickly, and we will have some sunny skies. Then the temperatures, those are going to be above normal for this time of year, so get ready to turn up the AC and stay hydrated. For example, in Santa Clarita, we're going to have temperatures that are going to be in the 80s for the rest of the week. A little dip on Wednesday, not much of a relief. You will feel the relief a little bit closer to the coast. And then that dry weather continues into the weekend when we'll get a little relief from the warm temperatures. Expected to drop into the 70s for Saturday and Sunday.
Pro-Palestinian protesters are occupying Alumni Park at USC, and they set up camp in a courtyard over the weekend and vow to stay until ceasefire is reached. You may recall the group tried to set up a camp on Wednesday, but were cleared out by police that same afternoon. The university then canceled its main graduation ceremony, stating security concerns. All of this is happening as students take their finals and families prepare for graduation. We spoke to a number of students, and many say they are frustrated.
It's hard for us to really be students at all, since a lot of us are getting locked out of our own campus that we pay a lot of money to get onto. We can't study in peace. We are having trouble doing our finals. We can't even really graduate as we wanted to.
Protesters are demanding USC cut off all its ties to Israel. On Saturday, video captured protesters vandalizing school property, including Tommy Trojan there and the fountain with graffiti. The campus remains closed unless you are a student or faculty. The encampment of protesters on the UCLA campus also continues to grow. They want UCLA as well to cut off all its ties with Israel and are calling for an immediate ceasefire in Gaza. Things got pretty heated during dueling protests over the weekend. We were there when this happened. Demonstrators broke through a barrier that was set up to keep the camping protesters separate from a rally supporting Israel and Jewish students. No arrests were made. UCLA says it has implemented additional security measures. And as these protests on campus continue, LA Mayor Karen Bass shared her thoughts on CNN. And she says while she understands freedom of speech, there is a line that needs to be drawn.
Hate speech, anti-Semitism, all of that is unacceptable.
Do you support the notion of the arrests that we have seen?
Well, I mean, if somebody is committing a crime, I know that one of the things that was happening at USC yesterday was vandalism around the campus, and obviously that is unacceptable. My job is to make sure that Angelenos are safe, and I will continue to do that.
We have put together a special section on the campus protests on our website, NBCLA.com. We will be closely monitoring the developments and bring you those updates as they happen. For instant alerts sent straight to your home or your phone, just download the NBCLA app. Meantime, a security guard who is working at a $12 million home in Encino has been shot. This shooting happened early Monday morning outside of the home on Jaden Lane near Encino Avenue. The LAPD tells us the guard was shot while on duty inside of a guard shack. He heard gunshots and then realized he had been shot. Police say 3 men ran away. No one inside the home was hurt, but records show that the home is owned by the singer The Weeknd's co-manager. LA Mayor Karen Bass is leading a delegation of 47 other mayors to Washington, D.C. this week, and they're asking the Biden administration for more help to reduce homelessness. The mayor had advocated for more resources to tackle the issue when she was in D.C. back in January. Well, this week, the group will meet with 3 cabinet secretaries along with the White House chief of staff. They will also spend time lobbying to expand veteran eligibility for housing vouchers, an issue this group says contributes to increased homelessness among veterans. Well, a moment of vulnerability for supermodel Giselle. It was all caught on camera. She was pulled over in Florida and broke down in tears after she said she was just trying to get away from the paparazzi. NBC's Sam Brock has more.
What do you need? Why are you crying?
I'm so tired. Everywhere I go, I have these guys after me. Nothing protects me.
On a Surfside street, an emotional window into celebrity Giselle Bündchen's regular struggle with paparazzi. Moments earlier Wednesday, an officer approaches a Mercedes SUV, only to hear this when he asks the driver to roll down the windows. Minutes later, Bündchen appears on body camera, apparently explaining her driving.
I'll give you a courtesy today.
Thank you. I was just trying to escape from that guy.
I understand who you are. I know that. I'll give you a There's nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, but he's like stalking me.
Then the emotional dam appears to burst.
I can't do nothing. I just want to live my life.
I can't prevent them from doing their job, which is to take pictures.
Bündchen, a world-famous supermodel.
Marcus, do it again.
Ex-wife of legendary NFL quarterback Tom Brady, with whom she has 2 children, hasn't spoken frequently about the strains of celebrity and paparazzi hounding her, but she did in this CBS interview in 2015.
I just don't think it's very respectful for people to follow people, and I don't understand how that's right.
Bündchen and Brady purchased properties in Miami and Tampa prior to their divorce when Brady played for the Tampa Bay Bucks. But Giselle recently telling Vogue magazine.
So I just moved to Florida a little over a year and a half ago, and it feels like Brazil. I love how warm people are. My kids love it too.
Her Miami ranch, apparently a fresh start. She also told People magazine about the attraction of South Florida. I love the sunshine. Wherever the sun is, I feel the happiest always. Adding she feeds off the energy she's fending for herself.
Yeah, but he's like stalking me.
Okay, well then file a report with Miami Beach because it was coming from Miami Beach.
Trying to find some privacy in the area she sought out.
Nothing protects me. I can't do nothing.
Well, the Super Bowl is one of the biggest sporting events in the world, and now the league is exploring hosting the event on a later date. The reasoning? To give everyone a day after the Super Bowl. During an interview, Commissioner Roger Goodell expressed possibly hosting the game the day before President's Day. Many have President's Day off since it's a federal holiday. Traditionally, the Super Bowl is the second weekend of February. Many host parties during the game, and, well, the next day can be a little rough for some. Taylor Swift says she's completely floored by how her fans have reacted to her newest album, The Tortured Poets Department. According to Billboard, the new release racked up the equivalent of 2.6 million album sales when taking into consideration of the digital streams. The last album to debut with an even higher figure was Adele's 25. This also marks Swift's 14th chart-topping album, tying her with Jay-Z for the most #1s among solo artists in history. Hey, Ricky Martin has been announced as a headliner for LA's Pride in the Park. This is Martin's first time performing at Pride in the Park, and it's considered one of the largest Pride festivals in the United States. All the fun will take place at Los Angeles State Historic Park on June 3rd. Additional performers are expected to be announced in the coming weeks. A second-grade teacher from San Jose has now traveled to every single country in the world. That's 193 countries. Lucy Hsu didn't get her first passport until she was 23 years old. But once she did, she planned trip after trip. And finally, last year at 43, she visited her 193rd country, entering an exclusive club of world travelers.
Every year I would plan a big trip. And so then my next trip was Australia, New Zealand. Then the next summer it was like a different part of Europe. Then it was Central America. And by the time I had taught for like 6-7 years, I think I was already like 50 countries. I feel a lot of confidence in knowing that I can be anywhere and have peace.
So beautiful. Only about 400 people have traveled to every single country in the world, and just 30 of them are women. Students from North Hollywood High School are in Washington, D.C., competing in the Department of Energy's National Science Bowl, and we caught up with them as they left for competition. Their coach explained this event is a little like the game show Jeopardy!
Sort of a quiz-style science game. There's a moderator asking fast-paced science questions at a pretty advanced level.
We also put one of the students on the spot and asked them to send a message to the parents cheering them on at home.
To any of the parents watching, I say, thank you so much for everything you do for us. Thanks for checking in with us and making sure that we're successful in hand.
And good luck to them. We'll be following their progress and let you know how they do. You can always get news and weather updates on the NBCLA app and at our website, NBCLA.com. See you next time on The Rundown.